Hello, this is Mrs. Mills, your instructor for English 111, and I wanted to take some time to talk about the assignments within Module 5. Well, it's essay time here in English 111 in this online format, and I'd like to take some time to talk about the first essay, which is the classification essay. On a side note, I need you to watch the other video I did, which is called English 111 Essay Overview, and that is located with the rubrics within Moodle. So if you go to the rubrics for each individual essay, you'll see a new video, and that kind of outlines how you will turn in essays in this course, and it also kind of outlines the process as well. All right, so be sure to watch that video in addition to this one, and then you can always go back and, look at that again. It's just the general overview for all the essays, okay? So go ahead and get out your assignment calendar. We're going to go over a couple things. So week 5, again, starts the actual major essays, and we're talking about classification. As always, I need you to read and study all of the indicated pieces that you're going to read in your textbook. So you have your 40 model essays, and I need you to read the specific stories that are, noted in the module. Okay, so it's classification time. I also would like you to start reading in the book on page 146. Okay, because that starts classification, and it also gives you the definition of classification and just some elementary generic information about classification in general. So let's kind of take a look at that, all right? On page 151, you're going to be reading the plot against people, and that is a classification piece because the author classifies inanimate objects. So again, classification is taking one main subject and sorting it or dividing it into categories or groups. Okay, so go back to page 147, and the book gives you a tree map, and you're going to do a tree map as well. The subject is inanimate objects, and there's different types of inanimate objects according to the author. So one category is items that don't work, another is items that break down, and the last thing, items that get lost. So one main category, one main topic, main subject, and then dividing it into smaller, separate, interesting categories. Let me give you another example. Okay, maybe some of you can relate to this. I have my main subject of mothers-in-law. So if you have a mother-in-law or had a mother-in-law or know somebody who's married and has a mother-in-law, perhaps you can relate to this, okay? So obviously there are many types of mothers-in-law, but, for time's sake and board space, I've generated 3. One type is the baby-crazed fanatic. So mothers-in-law who want those grandbabies and only look at the woman, the daughter-in-law, as a uterus. So that can be kind of humorous or kind of frustrating as well. Another type is the know-it-all mother-in-law. Okay. And another type could be the pal. And, buddy-buddy with your mother-in-law, hang out, do all those fun things like shopping and decorating and going out to lunch. There's other types of mother-in-law, mothers-in-law, but then those are 3, and of course you can generate more. Please do not use that as a paper topic. All right, that was my example. So again, one last time, classification is taking one main subject and dividing it into smaller categories or types. So when you choose your paper topic, make sure that you find something interesting to write about and something that you like to write about. And remember to check that no list, okay? There are some suggestions for paper topics at the end of each chapter in your textbook. So for example, on page, let me find it real quick. On page, here we go, on page 174, at the end of the classification chapter, there are suggested paper topics, And I think there are some suggested paper topics within the Moodle shell in Module 5. Now please remember, the no list reigns supreme. The no list trumps anything in the book or anything on Moodle. So if you see something that's on the no list within the textbook or the Moodle shell, it's off limits, okay? Also with your topic, please be creative and again, generate interest, all right? Use some really interesting category names, you know, hook the reader. Use fun and exciting and humorous names to draw your reader in to keep reading. So example, like the baby craze fanatic, you know, that's fun and interesting. Generate really exciting category names so your reader isn't bored to death. Another example, and this is on the no list, so you're not going to use it. Let's say you're categorizing or classifying music. All right, again, you're not going to do this because it's on the no list. But categories that are kind of boring are, you know, pop music, country music, rock music, rap music. That's a little boring and drab. But if you spice up the categories, like let's put those cowboy boots on and jam, you know, something like that. I know that's kind of cheesy. Cowboy boots and, you know, fringe, that could be a category for country music. I don't know. Just think of interesting categories that'll capture interest and hook your reader. Okay. Also, the classification lecture is posted within Module 5, and that gives some more clarity on this paper genre. All right. Please write this essay in third person. Do not use second person you, and do not use second person, do not use second person you, and do not use first person I. Stick to third person only. He, she, or it, okay? And if you have any problems with that, let me know, okay? But third person only for this essay, all right? Now, if you take a look at the calendar, we're pretty busy this week. Remember, this is an 8-week course, and it is going to fly by. So you have to time management yourself very, very carefully. Use proper time management. So we got a quiz due, you know, right off the bat. And then you're going to be doing the planning assignment. Remember, the planning assignments are not formally graded. Those are going to be, you know, noted that you did them and did them well. You can't be a lazy writer and expect to get full credit for the planning assignment. They are not formally graded. They will go into the rough draft section of the rubric. All right. Then you're going to do some peer editing with your classmates. I will grade, you know, the peer editing forums separately, like I've been grading all forums separately. So you will get a separate grade for the peer editing forum, so make sure that you do that. But that's also considered in the rough draft section of the rubric, okay? And then you're turning in your final copies. All right, so your final copies, remember, if you watched the previous video, you need final copies, final simple outline, final sentence outline, and the final essay itself, okay? Those 3 items, final simple outline, final sentence outline, and final essay itself, come into Moodle and Turnitin. If it's not in both places, Moodle and Turnitin, I will not grade it, okay? Now, this essay has a late due date. Check the late due date. Moodle will be unavailable. Email the assignment to me before the late due date, 5 points a day if it's late, and also turn it in to turnitin.com, okay? Remember, the assignment has to be in both places, Moodle or email if it's late, and turnitin.com. Remember, I won't grade anything unless it's in turnitin.com, okay? Has to be in both places, all right? I will not go to turnitin.com and grade your paper from there. Moodle or email if it's late, and turnitin.com, okay? The Academic Skills Center is available if you'd like to get your paper edited. You get 5 extra credit points if you'd like to do that. In order to get those 5 extra credit points for tutoring/editing, I need to see proof of your visit to the Academic Skills Center. So if you email your assignment, email me the edited copy. If you go sit in New Bern or Havelock at the Academic Skills Center, you can scan your edited copy and give it to me as a PDF, okay? But I need proof, and I need the tutor to sign it, or I need the email from the tutor for that evidence of visiting the Academic Skills Center. All right, I think that's it. If you have any questions, let me know. Please make sure that you read everything and you study everything thoroughly, all right? Keep up with the dates, keep up with your writing, do a really nice job, take pride in your work, and I look forward to reading your essays. Have a good day.